白くないマイノリティまだマイノリティまあいいかどっちにしたって持ってねえのにどうし
Hey guys, Lowfatty here, coming at you with some next level information, right? So I have 7 things for you today. I'm gonna start out with a banger. So this thing right here, offline mode. If you look at this thing and the question mark, it says players can receive 8 hours of offline auto mode credit every day at 5 o'clock. Unused credit from the previous day will not carry over to the next day, which means it's not stacking. But this one right here is a kicker. Offline auto mode can be activated together with monster annihilation and daily combat. Can be. You don't really have to. And it's going to make a lot more sense as I go on here. And offline auto mode runs at fixed efficiency, which means that like it's a set rate despite your gear. Somebody's more geared than you, it doesn't really matter. If you're a support, it doesn't really matter. Offline auto mode will automatically stop at 5 a.m. daily. That's reset time, server time. So plan your remaining time wisely to avoid any waste. Now, why does it say avoid any waste? Well, that's because offline battle functions separately from your actual MA, your monster annihilation, and also functions separately from your daily combat duration. At 0 monster annihilation and at 0 daily combat duration, you actually still have a chance to have or drop cards. So what happens is you don't get pity out of it, but you do have a chance to get a card at a set amount that is also the same as if you were manually grinding, right? So essentially that's what it is. This has been confirmed by multiple people on stream, have showed me actual proof of them actually getting these cards, aka like for right now a Thara card. I myself just found out about this today, so rip me, but you know it's been confirmed by trusted sources. So that is number 1. So number 1's kind of like already been a banger. So if you don't get lucky on like that day, just make sure that you go through like all the 8 hours so you get the full use of it. So you know it's good because then you can give your phone or your PC some rest and, you know, get off the game a little bit for like 8 hours and actually have a chance of getting good gains. So that's number 1. And now at like number 2 right here. So let's say like this one by West Frontier. There's a lot of these treasure chests out in the world. But what you can do is instead of looking for them all the time, you can just go ahead and pick this one up. It's going to give you some good stuff. Blue star coins, sometimes Eleniums, Eridicons, right? Especially if you're a free-to-play player, this is big. So let's say I'm done with channel 5. I'm just going to move over to channel 6 real quick. And if it hasn't been taken yet, it's going to be there. Looks like somebody already took this one. But again, this is not the only spot, by the way. You can go around across the world and see like your own hidden favorite chest and change channels, change around, and you're going to come across another chest there. Right? And then again, blue star coin, Eden coins. I'm going to keep repeating this all the way until you max out your daily. And there is a cap daily. So, you know, it's not like somebody's going to be sitting here all day hard farming this stuff. That's actually not going to be the case. But yeah, I can see here. Okay, so now that I don't have this here, maybe I'll go to another spot. Right? So go to another spot that you know, change channels there, and then you'll get those chests every day. And again, every single day that kind of like adds up, especially for you min-maxers out there, especially for the free-to-play players that want to have maximized progression, doing stuff that counts every single day. And this one as well is, this one I've already told you guys before, but just as a reminder, because I know even my own guildmates, I had to remind like every single day to do this, is essentially going to the Funfair aisle swimming, because you don't really want to miss this every day, man. Like this is such huge, this is so easy, it's so simple, right? You just go into the pool, it doesn't matter if somebody's already peed in it, right? Because you're getting money from it. And if you look at your Zenny here, look, you stack all this Zenny, all the Eden coins every single day, and it's just free. It's free, man. Like it's so easy. Go to the system, look at how much Zenny I'm getting, and this is something that you can get like every single day as well, right? So it's big gains every single day for something so simple, and something that you can essentially like alt tab into, because like as soon as it's done, you'll see it. As soon as this thing is over, it's just gonna boot me out of this place, and then that's how I know it's already done, right? I don't even have to second guess myself. And that's that for number 3. And the other thing I want to tackle is while we're here, while we're getting this, we're going to go ahead into pets, right? So as an example, my own Squidget, right? I don't see a lot of people taking advantage of this, but if you go into promotion preview at certain tiers, and this is a thing for every single pet in the game, is after you, this right here, the intro/outro skills, right? When a pet comes in and when a pet dies or switches out. So after a new pet is switched in and activated, you gain an additional 20% more P damage, M damage for 10 seconds. You could do this on a pre-engage. You could do this on your DDs and everything. It's actually huge. And a lot of people are ignoring this, right? So I'm kind of evening the playing field right now. And also this one counts as an outro at tier 5. Again, I recommend you to get your pets to tier 5 at least before you branch out. And then this one right here, when your pet is dying, enemies within the radius range lose 10% P def and M def. So if you're using this as a support, let's say the passive buff here is already done, and you've given all the value to your team already. Let's say you're like a tanky class, for example. You could actually dive into the enemy team and force your pet to put itself on cooldown and debuff the enemy team. And 10% minus 10% P def and M def, pretty huge, especially with how limited the ignore P def and ignore M def stats in the game are right now. It's pretty crazy, right? So that is our number 4. And number 5 is something that I don't see a lot of people use. People use this preset right here, but people ignore this preset tab right here, right? So you can see all of the presets that I have here. You can actually click edit on this thing and you can pick your own PvP, the skills here, whichever skill build that you have, your equipment. You can even have a preset. Let's say you have a preset that uses a different type of armor, like a tier set. And then you have another preset that uses like sprint set or goibs or something, right? You can have these as presets, and that way when you switch to this build, it automatically switches to that set. You don't have to manually switch everything out all the time. And the same goes with your enchants, or for your enchants right here. Like for this PvP build, you can go ahead and choose whatever enchants you have here. So when you're switching to a different build, you're switching to a different class even, you can just like switch this out and boom, there you go. You don't even have to worry about like the enchants anymore, right? Instead of like manually like going through every enchant, like it's such a waste of time. And the problem is I really see a lot of people, more people than not utilize this preset option. And it's the same thing for feathers, right? If you look at feathers, look at this. It's like my PvP set and PvE set, boom, at a touch of a button. Same thing with mount sets. Mount sets are already kind of like preset too. Same thing with pets, right? But yeah, please utilize this. Like it's the same. It's so convenient and it saves you a lot of time, especially if you're switching builds. And after that one is another one is the card change one. So you might be using the presets to switch cards and switch card equipment. But the thing is, like, you could have different presets. So right here, for example, I have an anti-Stormgust. So what it is, it's basically just my regular PvP set, but it switches the armor into a Swordfish card. That's it. But the thing is, like, you don't, when you're in the middle of a PvP fight, you don't want to be like, click, where is it, card, okay, switch, where's my, there you go, switch, replace, no. What you can do instead is put in your hotkey. Right? I put it here so I don't click it by accident anymore because I usually do. So in the middle of a fight, while you're like heading back, switch that over, right? Easy, F1, boom, click, touch of a button. Quick and easy, you know what I mean? So it's so convenient, and it does save you a lot of like APM that you could be spending on focusing on the objective at hand or the fight at hand instead of just like going through like 10 clicks and trying to find like all these options on the fly, which could end up getting you jumped and killed, right? So really solid one. Everybody needs to take advantage of it. And of course, the last one, and this is something that I recommend people. I've already actually claimed it myself, but just as a tip, right? So for the cat paw caravan, a lot of people don't seem to know this as well. This has been a very old trick, so I didn't put it in a previous video because I thought people already knew about it, but apparently not. I'm gonna put it here. So you notice here, what I do is I quick departure everything and then claim, right? I claim it and then I do the return. So there's another set of 3. I quick departure this, and then you leave a last option here. So what that's going to do is tomorrow under your events, there's going to be a retrieve, a daily retrieval here for this. And it's going to end up giving you more than what you would have gotten for this last one. And this, these are like the little things that have existed in the game for a very long time, but it doesn't really tell you. Right, so it's at first we thought it was a bug, and then I think we asked like for clarification from the NA mods or whatever, and they said like, oh no, it's a feature. I was like, okay, feature it is, right? And everybody's been doing it since then. But since this is a new iteration of the game, a lot of people don't know about it yet, so I'm telling you now. So that's my 7 tips for you guys. Again, if that is helpful, please like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next video, which is probably gonna be the feathers video. So peace.
どうでもいいことなのに